We are going to begin today in child's pose. So you can take your knees as wide as the mat or wherever is comfortable and just kind of test and see if you can sit back on your feet. If you can't comfortably, maybe prop a few pillows underneath your seat. And then we're just going to let our torso fold forward. If you have a block or something, you can always put a block under your forehead here or a pillow under your torso. Bring my elbows as wide as the mat and my hands into a diamond shape above my head. And then I'm just letting my forehead melt into the mat. And when you're comfortable, just begin to tune into the breath. Allow the even inhales and exhales through the nose to slow down the wheels of your mind. Anything else you've been thinking about or doing up till now, you can just set it next to your mat and it'll still be there when we're done. Just take these moments for you. Inhale, expand the ribs wide, side to side. Exhaling, drawing the navel in to press the stale air out. Inhale all the way into your lower belly and your lower back, filling up like a balloon. Exhale, letting go. See if you can relax even more, melting into the mat. When you're ready, press up into a tabletop position, shoulders directly over your wrists, your hips directly over your knees. Find a long neutral spine. Press the crown of your head away from your tailbone. And slowly lift your right leg up off the mat. Think about spiraling your pinky toe side of your foot down. A lot of people want to lift and kind of let their hips open up too. But if you think about keeping your hips neutral to the mat and spiraling that pinky toe side of your foot down so your foot is facing the ground. We're going to start playing with our balance here. If that feels good for you, you can play with lifting the left hand off the mat also. If not, that's totally fine. Just keep your hand down. Inhale, get longer from your fingertips all the way to your toes. Exhale, draw your elbow and your knee together. If your hand is on the mat, just draw your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, arm and leg out long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, slowly lower your hand and your knee back into your tabletop. You can kind of shimmy back and forth, take any little movements that feel nice to even out. And then we're going to prepare for the second side. Spreading all 10 fingers wide, grounding down through the knuckles. Lift your left leg this time, spiraling that pinky toe down towards the ground. Think about sending your inner thigh up. And if that feels good, you can bring your right hand up too, testing that balance. Inhale, get longer. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, get longer. Exhale, elbow to knee. As we're doing this, we're really doing a little bit of a crunch. So make sure you're drawing your navel towards your spine, engaging that core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. We'll do one more. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. And exhale, slowly lower back to the ground. Good. You can roll out the wrists if you need to a little bit. Shake it out. Take any little movements before we jump into our practice today. Find that neutral spine back to our tabletop position. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands into a low lunge. You can walk your foot out, so looking down, your front right foot and your back knee should be hip width apart, so like on two railroad tracks. Grounding down through the right foot, and the left hand. You can send your right hand towards the sky for an easy twist. Make sure you're planting through all of the toes of your right foot and the fingers of your left hand. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, use your core to twist a little deeper, spiraling your chest towards the ceiling. Your gaze can look up, but make sure your neck isn't tweaking in any way. You want your neck to be comfortable. Good. Exhale, bring your right hand to the left side of your mat next to your left hand for lizard pose. You can walk your foot out to the outside edge of your mat. And then you can stay here if that feels like enough of a stretch for you, or you can walk your hands out, maybe drop down to your elbows. We're really stretching into that right hip here, so just find whatever level is comfortable for you. Yoga really isn't about getting as deep or as far as the person next to you or me or anyone else. It's just about being present in your body and doing what feels good to you. Checking back in with the breath here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. One more big breath in and out. Press back up onto your hands. Heel toe your foot back into the center of your mat, hands framing the foot. Then step that foot back into our tabletop position, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. Then send your weight forward, and we're going to lower down in one straight line through a chaturanga, so your elbows will graze your side body all the way to the mat. Then press all 10 toenails and your hips into the floor as you peel your chest off the mat into a baby cobra. I like to take little spiders or little tinted fingers right under my shoulders. We want our back to be doing the work here, so play with lifting your hands and make sure that you're not pressing yourself up. You want to be using your back. Good. Exhale, lower. Big breath in. Exhale, press back up into our tabletop position. Lengthening the spine, crown of the head pressing forward, tailbone pressing back. Core draws in. Spread all 10 fingers wide. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Make sure your bottom knee and your front foot are hip width apart. Ground down through the right hand. And send the left hand up towards the sky for an easy twist. These twists are one of my favorite poses. Feels so good. Inhale, think about getting longer from the crown of your head, out from your tailbone, almost like your spine is a telescope and you're telescoping out through the top of your head. Then exhale, use your core to twist a little more, shining your heart up towards the sky. Pressing through, make sure this knee's not trying to sway sideways. Make sure you're pressing through all of your toes on that front leg. Good. Exhale that hand over to the right side of the mat next to your other hand, and then heel toe your foot out wide to the edge of the mat to our lizard pose. You can find whatever level feels good for you. It might be the same and it might be different from the first side, so get curious and try some different things. I also love to rock back and forth in lizard pose. Find whatever position feels the most juicy, and then we'll just breathe into it. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Good. Start to press yourself back up. Heel toe your foot back into the center. Hands are framing the foot. Step the foot back into all fours. Curl the back toes under. Then send your tailbone up towards the sky into downward facing dog. You can pedal up the feet, bending one leg, then straightening. Think about pressing your core and your torso towards your thigh bones. Your knees can be as bent as you need to here. Then walk the hands, or walk the feet and the hands together, feet towards the hands, into a forward fold. Again, keeping the knees as bent as you need to here. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. You can press your hands into your shins. And find that telescoping spine again. Crown of your head out from your tailbone. Exhale, fold forward. Then inhale the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, press the air away. Bringing your hands to your hips, grounding down through your feet, spreading the toes wide. We're going to step the right foot back into a high lunge. So wherever you step, it might not be the best position. So feel free to scoot your feet around now that you're in it. You want your feet to be hip width apart, like the two train tracks that we talked about earlier. And then sink a little bit deeper. Left knee directly over left ankle. Back leg engaged. Find the bony hip points on the front of your hips here and make sure they are level and squared to the front of your mat. Good. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, send the left hand back and the right hand forward, twisting to the left side of your mat for an open twist. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, use the core to twist a little bit deeper. You can keep your gaze neutral. Soften the shoulders. Good. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, press the airway, both hands to your hips. And exhale, step the right foot forward to meet the left. You can stand up, shake it out a little bit if you need to. And we're going to bring hands to heart center. And exhale, sit back into your chair pose. So you can have your feet together if that feels good for you. I like mine hip width apart here still. If you have a block, you can always put a block between your thighs. I'll show you that. It just helps engage and turn on those inner thighs. So I like to do that. And then think about drawing your lower belly in. We want to try not to booty pop. It's definitely hard in this position, but try to draw your lower belly in. And then sink a little bit deeper than you want to. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand up. Remove the block if you had one. Shake out the legs. Then spread the toes of your left foot wide. Ground down. Begin to shift your weight over onto your left foot as you bring your right foot up into tree pose. So you can stay put, but I'm going to face you so you can see me. You can have your foot at your ankle with your toes helping support you. You can have your foot on your calf, or you can bring it all the way up to your thigh. I would suggest finding a place that's comfortable that you don't have to hike your foot up there. I need to kind of pull it up there if I want to get my foot up there, and then my hips are all out of whack up here. So this pose is really about balancing and grounding down. So just find a position that's comfortable where your hips are still neutral. Grounding down through all 4 corners of your left foot. It's okay if your knee is tracking forward a little bit, as long as our hips are level and square. I'm going to play with your balance a little more. Bring your hands out wide. Good. Slowly release the leg, and then before you drop it to the ground, see if you can hug your right knee into your chest. Good. Then slowly lower it all the way down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forward, and step back into downward facing dog. Notice any differences between the 2 sides. Pedal out the feet and take any little movements that feel good for you as we prepare for the second side. Walk the feet in towards the hands, into a forward fold. Exhale, fold forward. Let gravity have your head. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Draw the core in, shoulders down the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, press the airway, bringing your hands to your hips. Ground down through the feet, spread the toes. Inhale, step the left foot back. We're going to find our high lunge. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. You can even take them a little wider if balance is tricky and you just want like more of a stable base. It's a great place to start if you're newer to yoga. As you find your stance, sink a little deeper. Look down and make sure your right knee is directly over your right ankle. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Leg engaged, back leg engaged. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, send the right arm back and the left arm forward as you twist to the right side of the mat into our open twist. See if you can keep your legs and your hips neutral and twist at the navel. Inhale, get a little bit taller. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Check back in with the breath. Make sure you're still breathing. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Good. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, press the air away. Hands to hips. And step the back foot forward. Back into our Tadasana mountain pose. You can walk the feet out, shake it out. And then we're going to bring the hands to heart center and sit back into chair pose. Lengthen the tailbone down. Core draws up and in. Now sink about 2 inches deeper. You can do it. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand up, shake out the legs. Then you can stay put, but I'm going to face you again. Ground down through the right foot, spread the toes wide. Stack your spine over your hips, your head over your spine, everything in one straight line. Then slowly lift the left foot off the ground. Find whatever position is comfortable for you. Make sure your hips are square, crown of your head pressing towards the ceiling. You can bring your arms out long. If you want to close your eyes, maybe test your balance a little bit. And just surf all of those little micro movements in your ankle. As I'm talking about them, tension is drawn to it, but it's nearly impossible to stand completely still. Anybody is going to be having to surf all of those little movements, and that's what builds strength in that area. Good. You can bring your hands to heart center. Think about pressing everything in towards the midline. Pressing your foot into your calf, your hands together, your ribs draw together, engaging the core. Good. Release that leg, draw it into your chest, give it a little squeeze. Good. Then up at the top of the mat, inhale the arms up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back into downward facing dog. Spreading the fingers wide, pressing the torso towards the thighs. You can pedal out the feet, keep them as bent, your legs as bent as you need to. And check back in with your breath. Make sure you're still breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Good. Rock forward to plank. You might need to widen your stance, step your feet back a little bit. We're going to turn on the core one more time. Feel free to drop back into a tabletop position here, or even just onto your knees. Or take the full plank. We're going to bring our right knee to our left elbow. Then step it back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, and step it back. So sort of a slow mountain climber. Make sure your fingertips are spread wide. We'll just do 2 more on each side. Right knee to left elbow, step it back. Left knee to right elbow, step it back. Right knee, left knee. Good. Now we're going to sit back into our child's pose where we started. Just let your body melt. Maybe roll your wrists above you if you need to. And catch your breath here. Pressing back up onto the hands. Send your seat over to either side. And then swing your legs out long in front of you. Bend your right leg in so the sole of your right foot is touching your left thigh. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold over your left knee, keeping the spine long rather than rounding the back. Think about pressing your navel towards your thigh, your chest towards your knee rather than your head. And then just find whatever spot feels good to you, flexing through the left foot, all 10 toes coming back towards you. Good. Now bring that right leg and cross your foot over the left thigh. Plant all 5 toes over. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, twisting to the right. You can hug your right knee with your left elbow. Keep that bottom foot flexed. Inhale, find length, get taller. Exhale, use the core to twist a little bit deeper. Keep your gaze comfortable. You don't want to be cranking your neck backwards into the twist. Maybe twisting at the navel. Good. Exhale, release. Maybe do a little counter twist. Extend both legs out long, shake them out. Bend the left leg in. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, press the navel towards the thigh, folding over the right leg. Finding whatever position is comfortable for you. Flexing through the right foot, all 5 toes coming back towards you. And just inhaling and exhaling into the sensation. Use your hands to walk yourself back up. Bring your bent leg up and over the bottom leg, planting all 5 toes of the left foot. Inhale the arms up, open to the left. Hugging your left knee into your chest with your right arm. Your back hand can just be kind of tented behind your seat, keeping the spine long. Head stacking directly over the hips. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Keep the gaze comfortable. Good. Release slowly. And do a little counter twist to the other side. Then extend both legs out long, shake them out a little bit. Plant the soles of your feet into the mat and scoot your hips forward as we prepare for boat pose. Hands grab the backs of your thighs as you slowly lower your torso down towards the ground, just far enough so your core turns on. Then you can bring your hands up parallel to the mat. You can totally stay here, and it's definitely working the core. But if you'd like to play with lifting your legs off the mat, bringing your shins parallel to the floor as well. Then think about shining your chest up towards the ceiling rather than rounding your back here. You can always bring your feet back down. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Stretch it out. And then we're going to lower all the way down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. If you'd like, you can grab the pinky toe side of both feet. Rock back and forth, give your lower back a little massage. And take any final movements that feel good here to you. When you're ready, extend both legs out long. Your hands at your sides, palms facing up. Into our final resting pose, Shavasana. You can let your feet splay open. Soften your body, relax. Let it melt into the mat. I invite you to close your eyes. Just draw your attention to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And just thank yourself for making it to your mat today. Have gratitude for working hard, for showing up on your mat. We'll just be here for about a minute. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You rub your fingers along the palm of your hand. Bend one knee slowly, and then the other. And roll over to either side, keeping your eyes closed into the fetal position. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. Then slowly press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Dip the chin. And slowly flicker the eyes open. And take in the color of your mat and then the rest of the room. And thank you so much for showing up for yourself today and for joining me on the mat for this yoga practice. I sincerely, truly appreciate it. From my heart to yours, namaste. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. Definitely leave some comments and let me know what you thought, how it went for you. All those things really help out my channel and I would really appreciate it so much. If you have a few extra minutes, I will link a meditation you might like to try on the next screen. But for now, that is it. Thank you guys so much and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye guys!